Hey there, Ricky Dawkins here to provide a quick tutorial about reverb and its use within digital analog workplaces. In the following examples, I'll be using Logic Pro X, but you can apply this to any recording environment. Merriam-Webster's defines reverb as an electronically produced echo effect in recorded music and states that the first known use was in 1953. This is not true. A simple Wikipedia query reveals that, in fact, reverb was invented in the 1890s by an American physicist named Wallace Clement Sabine, whose own Sabine equation created the conditions necessary for reverb. Here it is for you music and math geeks. I'm not sure how people like Sabine used reverb back then. Obviously, they didn't have recording technology yet, so I would guess it was mostly theoretical. However, the recording boom of the 20th century did see reverb become a fundamental tool and technique in recordings of various genres, including rock and Baroque music, and it was often even used by the most famous bands, such as the Beatles and Michael Jackson. In my own recordings, I like to utilize reverb to enhance the sound of certain analog instruments. In this example, I'll be using a repeating drum pattern to illustrate the effects of reverb on a sound. I should note here that there are two kinds of reverb, wet and dry. Wet reverb has a sort of deep, cave-like sound that I don't really use in my own music, but it is very sought after in new age and world music. I prefer to use a dry reverb because I feel it enhances the sound in a very clean, transparent sort of way. You see here in Logic Pro X's own reverb module that I've cranked up the dry signal all the way. Now give a listen as I toggle between the effect being on and off. You hear how much warmth is added to the signal flow? Now let's compare this with another reverb module, this one being the R24 sold by Native Instruments, which you can use with any DAW, not just Logic Pro X. This one has a feature where you can mix between wet reverb and dry reverb, but again, I prefer to just use the clear sound of dry reverb. Let's give it a listen. You hear how much warmth is added to the signal flow? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below regarding which of these reverbs you prefer and which ones you use in your own work. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and watch episode 3, which is all about compression.